going on, guys? That dude Sirraj, peace. How you hanging? After I gotten the Stoger Condor Competition shotgun, as you saw in that review, didn't come with any type of case or anything, just came with a regular old box, the normal carton. So I needed to get something suitable for an over-under shotgun that breaks down. Just something nice. You know, I could have just used a regular sleeve or something like that, but didn't want to. Came across this nice bag here. It's a soft case with a hard shell interior, so it's kind of a hybrid bag. It's solid, but at the same time you can see its material. It's made by SKB, and it has cutouts specifically for over-unders. Has two nice pouches here. It's not I got the shotgun in there all together. Probably weighs maybe about 12 pounds. And remember, I got a close to a 10-pound shotgun. So the pockets are nice and big. Has a ring here and a ring here, and it does include a strap. I don't really use the strap. I just use the handles. But let's get a closer look, open it up, and see what we have inside. Okay, guys. So you can see here, like I said, we got the two big pockets on the top. Each one has a zipper. Nothing special on the zippers. They're not YKKs or anything like that. You see, opens up here, pretty much flips out all the way. See, I got my golf glove in here. Why do I have a golf glove? Because my over-under is still a little bit stiff. It's definitely loosened up quite a bit, but sometimes I need to grab the barrel because it makes it a little easier to open. And makes my life easy and looks cool, kind of Michael Jackson doing the white glove thing. Some ATA cards. So yeah, that's the size. I guess I probably should have measured these. You can fit your cleaning rods in here if you want to use that as reference. These some older ones that I have. So they're a little bit over a foot long and probably about 7 inches wide, going this way here. So and that's pretty much the same for each one, as you can see. And like I said, it does come with a shoulder belt. Nothing super strong or fancy or tactical. It's not really made for that scene, just something to get you to and from. You can see the zipper is protected by just a Velcro flap. It's not a snap or anything, it's just Velcro. And you don't have to leave the zippers. I usually put the zippers underneath, but I mean, you can put them elsewhere. And the zippers all the way around to the back here. And just while I see them in the camera, you got kind of these rubber pads, just so you can sit it down, I guess, on an even surface. I may not have any real major advantage, but a little bit better than just having a material bottom. We flip open, as you can see on the edges here. Make sure I got it in camera. You got these little restraints that keep the lid from flying all the way over. Not sure if that's necessarily needed, but it is a nice touch. And as you can see here, you got a channel for the barrel. You got a channel pocket here for the action and the stock, and then you got a pocket here for the forearm. Now you see I put my stuff in plastic. Why do I do that? Because there's grease on these guys, and I just don't want to have grease on the inside of here. Maybe it's not that big of a deal, but it is what it is. So, and what I actually do, I actually wipe these down and then re-grease them pretty much every time I use it. There's just a little bit of grease in the right spots where you need it, but that's pretty much what I do there. So take my barrels out, same thing on the grease end. I got a bag, just my personal touch, because who knows, maybe I'll want to sell the case one day and I don't want it to be all greased up. And also keep these little silica gel pouches that came with it. So I just keep them in there just to keep the moisture down. And then you got this guy here, which is still looking pretty and shiny as ever. Now, the one thing I did want to hit on in the reviews, because I purchased this, I can't remember where I purchased this. I think I got it actually from Optics Planet, but I also saw it around the same price on Amazon. Everybody was saying that the dimensions for the stock wasn't right. And as you can see, I have it in there, but right here on this edge, it doesn't fit completely. I can push it and it lays fairly flat, but they did not cut this to a normal dimension. So what I figured out, the area that people were actually cutting into was this right here. And you can undo these screws, pull this back, pull up the fur, cut out around that area, put the fur back, put the screw back, and you'll be okay. I just kind of, what I did, I just kind of pressed it with my finger. And actually, probably if you do that enough, it'll open up enough where I can actually just push that down in there. But it's not only that area. I also need to kind of make some room up in here. This way it'll sit flat. And of course I got a raised comb as well. So maybe other shotguns that don't have an adjustable comb might fit a little bit easier. But if you read the reviews, I know especially on Amazon, there was a lot of people that were saying that there was some some fit issues, and maybe they just should have used like a stock Browning or something like that to form fit this. That probably would have been a good idea because I'm having the same issue that a lot of other people are. And you can see if I try to push it flat in there, it's not going in at the bottom. So that's where the problem is, down at that lip. So probably most likely the case should have been maybe another inch deeper this way, and they could have got that cut there and still had that solid edge. So really probably the whole case just needed to be built about an inch deeper. So moving past that little problem, like I said, it's nice, it's a nice, not felt, but it's just like a little woolly, texture. The word that I'm looking for escapes my mind. Now over here you got another accessories pouch. I got my choke tubes. I have my dummy rounds. I have my Allen wrenches. I have a trigger lock. And of course my my snow, there we go, universal gun grease that I've been using, made by Birchwood Casey. That's been working out pretty well. And that's pretty much what I keep in here. So all of that stuff, the gun itself, glove, and my ATA cards, and that pretty much does it for this guy. So again, as you can kind of see, that's what actually let me move this stuff here. That's what the inside of the case looks like, just like that. And you can see that does that outline does look a little funky, but it is what it is. So for what I paid for it, was I think maybe around 60 bucks or so. It's definitely not bad. Give you a close up on the side there. Like I said, this is about about 2 inches deep. There, backside, or top side rather, bottom, and bada bing, bada boom. And that's where the zippers end on each end. You can see screw sets there, screws, 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 screws. Okay guys, so that's pretty much all I have for this SKB shotgun case. I think they did a relatively good job, bang for the buck. You got some over-under cases that'll cost $200, $300, $400, $500. I can't justify having a case that costs more than my shotgun. Maybe a rifle, a scope that costs more than a rifle, looking at quality, but a case out costing a shotgun, I don't think so, not in this case. So for the price point, I think this case is right on the money. Only thing I would say, if SKB could get that, that little area straight on the cutting board so that the stock fits in the way that it should, all nice and even, it would be 100%. But outside of that, I still recommend this case. I think it gets the job done. It looks good, carries well, and what more can you ask for? At the end of the day, you're just trying to get to the range and pull a gun out the case in one piece and get it shooting. So with that, questions or comments, hit me up. And thanks for all the subscribes. I'm still getting more subscribers daily. It's a great feeling. I'm glad to be able to, I guess, deliver what you guys are looking for from me. And I always take any suggestions or criticism. So I appreciate that. And you guys be safe, happy shooting. ThatDudeSirraj. Peace.